The following NHTV production is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers, Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop, and North Haven Funeral Home. Hello and welcome to Mike Vanacore Field for a special Thursday night edition of Friday Night Football on NHTV. Michael Valente alongside Trevor Keyes. And tonight, the North Haven Indians square off against the Creed Co-op team. And Trevor, last time we were here, the running game was kind of non-existent for a while. And then towards the end, it might have been a little too late. How does North Haven's running game get going tonight early?
Well, first, don't have 6 turnovers.
I
mean, they did lose by 6 points, but they still had 6 turnovers. That, I know Coach Agnella is one of the best coaches in the state of Connecticut. He'll have them ready to go. We just found out, big news though, their senior captain, Corbin McCora, we didn't know about this, is not playing tonight. So that plays into a factor also. But they have so many weapons, running game specifically on offense, like a Zach Orth, a Devin Brockham, Stephen Irby, Mark Montano you don't want to forget about. Seamus Meehan, all these guys, and I know I'm missing more players, but the run game, if the run game doesn't ever get established, North Haven usually doesn't win football games. If the run game is there and they are dominating inside the trenches, as usual, they usually come out with a win. So I think that's the biggest thing. I think Zach Orth, I think Devin Brockham, I think Mark Montano, guys like I just said, those guys are going to have to be huge, especially with the injury and the absence of their senior leader, Corbin McCora.
Now, on the defensive side of the ball, they have to look at 2 players on this Creed team. One is their quarterback, Wyatt Jackson, and also their gadget man at wide receiver. That would be Kareem Dixon.
Yes.
What do they got to do to contain these 2?
Well, it's funny you said the second name, Kareem Dixon, because he is, my dad coached his father, Kareem Dixon, the father, and now Kareem Dixon's playing here, so it's pretty cool. I can't wait to watch him play. But when you have guys with speed, you can't stop speed. You can only try to contain it. And that's the best advice I can give to this team, because Kareem Dixon, he's going to be in multiple packages. They're going to try to get him in motion. They're going to try to do everything they can. Like you just said, the gadget, back, running back, receiver, even maybe some quarterback. He's going to try to do everything he can. He's one of the most important players for Creed's success. But the guy, Wyatt Jackson, I've talked to people, and this kid is impressive. This kid's only 5'6", though. He's short. But don't be fooled by size, and we'll talk about that in a few too, because there's another guy in North Haven that is very small, but don't underestimate size. Wyatt Jackson is a heck of a football player. His effort is going to be huge tonight, but his legs are going to be the most important tonight for Creed's success, extending plays in the pocket with his feet. If North Haven doesn't contain these 2, it could be a long day for the North Haven defense.
Now, you mentioned short guys at 5'6". The person that's going to fill in the shoes for Corbin McCora out with the knee injury is going to be Devin Brockham, who comes into this game 5'6", 150 pounds. You know, that's my size. I'm 5'6", 150 pounds. I never played a down in my life in football. Now, how does this correlate to the running game tonight, where you have the big Zach Orth, you have the multifaceted Mark Montano? Where does Devin Brockham come into this?
Like I just said, don't be fooled by size, because this kid is a tough, hard-nosed runner. He might be 5'6", but he acts like he's 230 pounds and a monster. And you've seen that in the first game. You've seen that in multiple games in the previous year, and even this year against Chesire, the big win last week. Those guys were all huge. They're all hard-nosed, tough, grinding running backs, and they never go backwards. And I always noticed about that with North Haven, especially Zach Orth and Mark Montano. They're always going forward. Maybe even if they're stopped, they're still going forward. And you love to see that you separate the good backs from the great backs, because good backs, they go backwards when they get tackled. Great backs, no matter if they're falling, they're going forward. Devin Brockham, tough, hard-nosed player. Don't be fooled by size, Michael, because he can have a huge impact on tonight's game.
Kick off in just a minute here. It's Thursday night edition of Friday Night Football on NHTV. Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers, Forget Me Not, full service flower shop. And North Haven Funeral Home. And we get set for a special edition of Friday Night Football. We're playing this one on Thursday night due to Yom Kippur happening tomorrow. Michael Valente alongside Trevor Keyes as Creed won the toss, but they decided to defer and test this North Haven offense out.
I mean, it's a little questionable, but hey, you know what? I give him a little credit, and let's see how it pays off for Creed.
And here is the kickoff. Line drive kick, couple bounces before it is eventually picked up and returned to the 35. Still up at the 40, to the 45, near midfield, he's brought down there. A great return by Devin Brockemer.
Yeah, he's one of the playmakers for North Haven. Also, we didn't mention Corbin McCarroll, the senior captain, is out for tonight's game with a knee injury after last week's big win over Cheshire. So we're going to have to see how Devin Brockemer, Zach Orth, Mark Montano, and Stephen Irby as well, see how these guys really take over the lead now that their senior captain, one of their senior captains, is out.
1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Man in motion, and Zach Orth takes it himself, goes through midfield, wide open hole there, and he's broken another tackle, almost another one, and he's brought down. Big gain for Zach Orth. 1st and 10 on the first carry of the night. Zach Orth going for 35 yards there.
I mean, he's a beast. He had a huge game against West Haven, the only other home game that we've done. He's a huge part of this offense, and if he's going and Marky Montano and Devin Brockemer are going, usually the North Haven offense is usually rolling, as you just saw from the great start by Zach Orth.
1st and 10, direct snap, going to the right side, and not getting much yardage there. Mark Montano, who had a little bit of struggling last time we saw them in West Haven, hopefully could kick things around here in their second start at Mike Vanacore Field this season.
And you saw when the game against West Haven, they didn't really have great success running outside the tackles, whereas you've seen like the previous run with Orth, they've been running a heck of a lot better this year than last year, up the middle, the A-gap. They're really doing a great job, but they got to get going with these runs outside the tackle box.
And we have a whistle blown. And Creed is charged with encroachment. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty, making it 2nd and 5 for North Haven.
Anytime you can get 3 yards, you'll take it. And the Indians definitely with this running game so far have been successful. They'll take what they can get.
So it'll be 2nd and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty. Orth hands it off to Brockemer, and he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A good play there by the Creed defense. First man on that, number 1, Nicholas May, the senior captain, outside linebacker, 5'10", 175.
And that's just a great play overall. Defensive play by the linebacker, scoping that play from the start and really shutting down any positive run for the Indians.
10:30 to go. Direct snap to Montano as he goes to the near side, finds a hole, dekes around, goes around another hole, gets around the block, and he's going to be in for the touchdown. North Haven answers quickly, 6-0.
And that's why Marky Montano is such a great back. His vision, his patience, reading the blocks, great blocking. That was a great offensive play overall by the Indians. And Mark Montano doing what he does best, the vision, the patience, and the Indians are up 6 points. Nice start to the game, I would have to say, wouldn't you say, Michael?
Yes, definitely a great start, as opposed to last week where things didn't go too great for North Haven. They get set for the extra point here. Hold is good. Kick is a line drive, and it is good. So with that, North Haven gets on the board on their first drive. They lead 7-0 here in the first quarter. You're watching a Thursday night edition of Friday Night Football on NHTV. Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers. Forget Me Not, full service flower shop. And North Haven Funeral Home. Mark Montano runs it in from 25 yards out, and we are ahead 7-0. North Haven Indians leading Creed on a Thursday night edition of Friday Night Football on NHTV. Michael Valente alongside Trevor Keyes, and now the defense will be tested.
And the defense was one of the big surprises last week, being Chesire, the top number 4 team in the state. So they look improved after week 1. Let's see how they go against Creed's offense.
And the return is made by number 6, Tim Fields. Not a lot of yards there, and they'll start at the 20-yard line. So unlike North Haven, Creed is going to have their backs against the wall here on their first possession.
Well, great job by the special teams with North Haven. Everything's working right now. Well, I can't say everything yet. Defensively hasn't seen anything, but great job staying in your lanes, not over-pursuing. And we're going to have to see how Creed handles this tough field position right now. Always with these North Haven games, you always see a battle of field position. North Haven gets great field position. Creed, not so much. We'll have to see how Creed does with this offensive possession.
Taking the snaps tonight, Wyatt Jackson, the senior captain, fakes a handoff, goes behind his back, looks to throw a pass deep, and this one is incomplete, intended for Stephon McNeil.
He had him beat. Wyatt Jackson had McNeil. He just underthrown, just a little bit underthrown. It was a great fake. I love the play call. Try to catch him off guard with the run fake, and they sold it well. Wyatt Jackson, great job of selling the fake. Just got to make the throw a little underthrown. And the Indians are fortunate right there, because that would have been a huge play and a great start for Creed.
The incomplete makes it 2nd and 10. Just over 10 minutes to go here. North Haven leads 7-0. Man in motion, handoff, and a broken tackle there, but no yards after the contact, and North Haven does a great job stopping the run there. Carrying that one is Thelbert Moy.
A great play by number 43 of the Indians right there. He just sheds the block, gets off the block, and before you even know it, he's already in the backfield, and that's what really started that play and really had Creed in the backfield with the great tribe, as we used to call it, the tribe. Are we still calling it the tribe? We're still calling it the tribe, right?
Yeah.
The tribe? I just got to know. But yes, great play by the North Haven defense. Great start so far, as I'm very impressed as they continue from last week's great win.
So no yards on the carry, 3rd and 10 as Jackson drops back. Blitz coming. Tries to go around the pocket and slides and gets maybe a yard on that play. So a 3 and out here for Creed as they'll be forced to punt, and North Haven getting their second possession and probably with good field position.
And a quarterback of his stature like Wyatt Jackson with the ability to run the football, of extended plays with the feet, great job of North Haven staying home, staying in contain, and really putting Jackson into tough predicaments right there as he had to force the run. And great job by North Haven's defense so far in the first drive.
And we have a penalty on the flag before the snap. And it's going to be illegal procedure against Creed. So this one's going to go back 5 yards. So, again, that's 5 yards going in North Haven's favor. So that just increases their odds of getting better field position on the punt return here.
Yeah, Creed can't be doing this, especially a team like this against North Haven. North Haven will pick you apart with penalties, turnovers, with the type of offense they have. So not the start Creed wanted right now. And offense for North Haven specifically is the start you wanted to see.
The punt is down just in front of the 35-yard line. So North Haven getting great field position there on a not-so-great punt for Creed. And North Haven only 36 yards to get themselves 14-0 lead here.
Yeah, their backs are against the wall right now. Bad field position. Well, good field position for North Haven. Creed giving up the long drive or short drive last drive. So let's see how the Indians do. The running game was there. Mark Montano looked good. Zach Orth, I expect to see continuance of that dominance right now.
And Orth, who gets the carry there for 5 yards on first down. Continuing the clock here as we approach just over 8.5 minutes in the first quarter. North Haven leading 7-0 on a touchdown run by Mike Montano on their sole possession of this game. Mark Montano, I'm sorry. Mark Montano. Mike Montano, who had a great career here with the North Haven Indians. Mark trying to follow suit here. already has a touchdown tonight. So 2nd and 7 is the official down and distance. And Brockemer gets a nice carry there. He moves the chains on a nice 2nd down carry, moving that one for the 1st down to the 25-yard line.
I'm telling you, the misdirection, it always confuses defenses. You never know, especially with this offense, you never know who's going to get the ball. And it just showed right there. You look like Zach Orth. Great job of selling the fake and giving the handoff as well. That's just a great play. Great blocking. Creed really has their backs against the wall right now, and North Haven is just finding their holes, picking them apart right now so far throughout this game.
1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. And right before the snap, another flag is thrown. That's the 3rd penalty so far in this young first quarter. Let's see what the penalty is here. And this one looks like it's going against North Haven on an illegal procedure. So that's 5 yards against North Haven.
And we saw that the last home game. A lot of penalties, a lot of sloppy play. That's North Haven needs to correct these fixable issues. They cannot have the continuance of these penalties, these turnovers. It's only 5 yards. We'll see how it turns out for the Indians.
Orth gets the yards back and then some. Nice carry there for about 15 or 10 yards, making it a manageable down and distance here.
I would love to have him on my team. He's just a tough, hard-nosed runner. I love the way he runs. Even his vision. He's got speed, too. Nobody really thought, but he's got the speed. He's got the power, but the speed is there as well. Zach Orth is one heck of a running back.
So it'll be officially 2nd and 7 here at the 22-yard line. Direct snap and a handoff to Brockemer. Has a good hold there, and he's got another 1st down. Brockemer having a nice day so far in the running game, moving the chains a couple times in this possession alone.
And that's once again the counter, the misdirection. Devin Brockemer seems to be the favorite when it comes to making that play right there. Devin Brockemer, he's another one of these guys. Tough, hard-nosed runner, very quick. I like what I'm seeing so far from this North Haven Indians, especially from the previous home game against West Haven. They're looking much more improved from 3 weeks ago.
1st and 10. Man in motion. Orth takes it himself, goes between the tackles, gets to the 5-yard line, and a nice run there by Zach Orth, and they are just piling it on Creed here between the tackles.
Yeah, did I just say they've had the most success so far throughout this season with running in the A-gap, and that's what's happening. You saw that against West Haven. They were picking them apart. Now it's happening to Creed. Continue it. Continue to do it until they can stop it.
Brockemer coming back into the game, coming in for Alex Shaburo. Orth is behind center, and to his left is Montana, who gets the snap, looks to pass. The pass is incomplete, out of the hands of Brockemer. That would have been a touchdown.
He had him in the flat. Perfect. All he has to do is just deliver it a little overthrown right there. Just set your feet. You have the throw. You have the man in the end zone. Nobody was near him. Would have been an easy 6 right there for the Indians. Just settle down for Mark Montano. Set your feet. Make the throw.
So the clock stops there after the incompletion. 6:06 to go here in the first quarter. North Haven leading 7-0, but threatening to score again here midway through the first quarter. 3rd and 2, Zach Orth behind center. Orth going around the tackles, goes for the pylon. Is he inbounds? No, he's not. He's just short. He steps out of bounds, but we do have a flag on the play right behind the 5-yard line. I'm not sure what it was. I just missed the referee calling that. I believe it was holding.
It was on North Haven as well.
I believe that was a holding against North Haven, so this one's going to be back 5 yards.
And another penalty for the Indians as well. But it looked like I thought Zach Orth got in the end zone. It doesn't matter. The play is canceled out with the flag right now. Holding call, as you predicted. You must be knowing the future or something. That was a nice call.
I tried.
But yeah, the Indians are just having their way so far. The only thing that's killing them right now is the penalties.
So with that, instead of it being 1st and goal from the half-yard line, it is now 3rd and long from the 16-yard line. Man in motion, Orth hands it off to Montano. Montano looking to throw, but instead takes the carry, and he'll be brought down well short of the 1st down marker, and another flag on the play.
It's a flag day. It seems like it's a flag day. What is that, 5 or 6 penalties so far? But great decision of Mark Montano's part of keeping the ball, not seeing anybody open, and just being the runner that he is. and following his blocks. And I think it was on Creed as well.
That was a face mask penalty on Creed. And if that's the case, that's going to be an automatic first down.
And it also, I mean, yeah, it takes them out of field goal range. I mean, the Indians in a 4th down, Creed has a win-win after the penalty from North Haven. And then they shoot themselves right back in the foot with the face mask.
Yep, it's officially a face mask against Creed. I guess on the tackle on Montano, someone grabbed the face mask. Therefore, it will be 1st and goal from just ahead of the 5-yard line here.
That's a tough one for Creed. They look like they could get hold of them to maybe a field goal, make it 10-0, get back on offense. And that's just a killer. That's a tough one to swallow right there. See what the Indians do after the big penalty from Creed.
Orth again behind center. Some motion at the line, but no penalty called. Orth takes it himself, trying to get to the goal line. But he will be in there for the touchdown.
Yeah, you didn't know where he was. He came out of nowhere, the little guy. But great running. I mean, that was, once again, the 5-hole. Following his center, his guards, great block, and that you just got to give him right there. That's just great offensive line domination so far this game, and Zach Orth being the great runner that he is, following his blocks, getting into the end zone, extending this North Haven lead.
So with that, North Haven leads 13-0 as we await for the extra point here. The kick is up, and that one is good. So with that, North Haven doubles their lead. They now lead 14-0. You're watching a very special edition of Thursday Night Football on NHTV. Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers. Forget Me Not, full service flower shop. And North Haven Funeral Home. .534 to go here in the first quarter. North Haven leads 14-0. Zach Orth with a touchdown run from 3 yards out to make it a 14-0 game. Michael Valente alongside Trevor Keyes as you're watching Thursday Night Football on NHTV. Of course, it's on Thursday this week because of the Jewish holiday Yom Kippur being observed on Friday this year. The kickoff goes out of bounds here, so yet another penalty here.
It's a trend.
I'm pretty sure the grass...
Hashtag Flag Day.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the grass is going to be filled with yellow hankies by the end of this game.
Well, that's just another silly penalty right there. You're 14-0. You're taking complete control of this game, and you just give that. You give a kick out of bounds, and you give Creed good field position. So that helps out Creed. Silly mistakes by the North Haven special teams on this part. Well, it looked like the fans before we even got the fans look like they're excited from this so far with this start.
So far, so good. I mean, the North Haven crowd is always good, regardless of how close or big the lead is. So, 1st and 10, 5:34 to go here in the first quarter. Creed trying to get back into this game as they trail 14-0.
This is a big drive for Creed.
Man in motion. Jackson looks to throw. The pass incomplete out of the chest of Legion White.
Surprisingly, that's a tough throw that he just made. That's a tight window right there. There were defenders all around that play, but somehow he got it in there. Just got to make the play right there on the receiver's part. It was a great throw. Could have been a first down for Creed, and they really could have started getting things going.
You know, I'm looking at the roster here for Creed, and it amazes me. Wyatt Jackson is listed here as 5'6", 130 pounds. When I was in high school, I was 5'6", and I weighed 150.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just
I was 5'8", 195. I was a big boy.
Second down as Jackson carries it himself, tries to get to the first down marker, but Mark Montano doing a great job pushing him out just shy. An 8-yard run for Wyatt Jackson there, the 5'6", 130-pound quarterback.
5'6". Wow, I didn't even know that. But he great decision making right there on Wyatt Jackson. Using his speed to get outside. Solid play right there. That's a great start. I mean, it's second down. It's a more manageable third down now for Creed. So it's a great play overall by Wyatt Jackson.
Stop clocked at 5:22. 3rd and 2. Jackson handing it off and stuffed right there by the Tribe's defensive line. A great job there on 3rd down. And again, Creed forced a punt there.
Yeah, the penetration for North Haven defensive line was just too much. They were inside before the ball even got snapped to the backfield right there. That's just a great job defensively and defensive line. And Coach Agnello takes a lot of pride in his line because he was a defensive line coach. He was a defensive lineman, and he's a line coach, so he takes a lot of pride in his defense and offensive lines. So great start right there by the North Haven defense again.
This punt is angled and will be down at the 29-yard line. So decent field position there for North Haven as they get set for their 3rd possession of this game, already scoring touchdowns on their previous 2. The first one from Mark Montano, the second one from Zach Orth.
I don't think field position right now. So far throughout this game, field position isn't going to matter. North Haven is having their way, whether it's passing the ball. Well, they haven't really passed the ball. It's been all runs. I believe they tried to attempt one pass, and it ended up being a Mark Montano a run. So they're just having their way in the running game right now. And we have to see how Creed responds to this with this early deficit right now.
1st and 10. Orth spins, goes up the middle, and gets to the 27, 28-yard line there, just shy of the 30-yard line.
Another solid 5. If you could get 4 to 5 yards a play, especially with this running game, you will take it. And Zach Orth is right now the unquestioned dominant back right now in this game, and he's having his way with this Creed defense as well. But great play by the linebacker of really not making that a huge play for the Indians.
Orth fakes the handoff and eventually hands it off to Alex Shaburo, who crosses the 40-yard line there and just short of the 1st down marker. So it'll be a 3rd and short here. Great field position for North Haven here, just at the 41-yard line. Oh. And another flag on the play.
Can't forget, man. You gotta stay with it. It's flag day, I'm telling you. But that was a great play by Creed. That North Haven's had success with the misdirection, so great job of bouncing outside and having his Creed defenders around to make the play, but it doesn't matter. It's another flag on the Indians.
Yep, that's going to be a holding penalty against North Haven, so 10 yards. So instead of it being 3rd and 1, it's going to be 2nd and 11 from the 31-yard line. So that's a huge difference there. That's, one play and you got yourself towards midfield, or now 2nd and long, so you might be seeing a passing play in one of these next 2 downs.
And especially with North Haven, they are known as a running team, so they don't like to be put in these long 2nd and 12, 2nd and 10 just plays right here because they are known as a running the ball football team. So that's why they don't like these kind of situations. We'll see what they do after the timeout as well.
Timeout called by North Haven. We'll take a timeout here too. Thursday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers.
Forget Me Not, full service flower shop.
And North Haven Funeral Home.
Coming out of the North Haven timeout here, 14-0 the Indians lead against the Creed Co-op team, which also features students from Hill Regional, Career Magnet, and Whitney schools.
This used to be Hyde, by the way.
This used to be Hyde.
Hyde.
Okay, thank you for
I found that out. I found that out as well from some people. I did not know that, so I got your back.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
And here is Seamus Meehan passing that, completed to the 41-yard line. The pass going to number 43, Vincent De Palma. So this one's going to be close to the first down, but now instead of a 3rd and long, it will be 3rd and at least manageable here on a nice screen pass to De Palma.
Well, it wasn't really a screen pass. He was Seamus Meehan. I was very impressed with his last game against West Haven. It looked very good, looked composed, great arm strength, but that was a good decision right there. Good decision making. He was looking long at first, went down to the check down, and got some positive yards on that. So nice play by Seamus Meehan.
Orth takes the direct snaps, got the first down, a little extra, cross midfield to the 45, brought down to the 43-yard line, and the offensive line, I got to really give credit to them. The offensive line doing a great job bringing holes for this running game so far in between the tackles.
Just ask Ezekiel Elliott and then ask a Paul Perkins or Orleans Darkwall, and they'll tell you how valuable offensive lines are in any type of football, college, the NFL. If you don't have an offensive line, your running game is going to be non-existent. And North Haven's line is dominating right now, and you're seeing that with these huge chunks of runs, especially by Zach Orth.
Meehan rolls out to the left, trying to find some room, gets to the line of scrimmage and just stepping out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So getting something out of nothing there on first down.
Well, I'm liking the decision-making. It's a smart decision. Is that another flag? Oh,
yeah, another flag on the play.
But I was just going to say, the 2 times I've seen Seamus Meehan in as quarterback, I've liked his decision-making. First play, he throws to the check down, gets positive yards, and then this one, he just decides to run it. Didn't see the guy open. He looked at his corner route, didn't see anybody open, and he decides to keep it and get some positive yards.
They have waved the flag, so no penalty there, and it looked like it was going to be against North Haven.
I was hoping for flag. They're just having a field day with this, aren't they?
They love their flags here tonight at Mike Vanacore Field.
Seriously.
So no penalty there. It will be officially 2nd and 8. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. North Haven leading 14-0 after a couple rushing touchdowns. The first one from Mark Montano. The second one from Zach Orth, who sits behind center with Seamus Meehan to his left. Meehan gets the snap, gets in trouble, but does dump it out in time before getting hit. But a quick hit there as Devin Brockmer goes to the ground quick. Hitting him is number 7, Kareem Dixon.
And the Creed probably thought, oh my God, we got by. I remember as a defensive line, I used to always get excited when I saw a screenplay because I thought it was going to be so close, but that's why it's called a screenplay to let you in. But great play by Creed right there. 42, he's having a heck of a game so far for Creed. Really scoping that out from the start and really getting nothing for the Indians on a screenplay, catching them off guard. It didn't fool them.
No huddles. Meehan throwing this one deep and thrown intended for Mark Montano is overthrown. So North Haven will be forced to punt here after a great start to the drive. They go nowhere in 3 straight plays.
Well, that's a huge bonus for Creed right there. You should be happy. You should be proud of yourselves right there. That was a great effort right there. And you get the ball back. I mean, Seamus Meehan looked impressive. Nice throw. He looks comfortable in the pocket. Just a little overthrown. He has a strong arm, as we can see. But that's a win for Creed. They're going to get the ball back. Maybe heading into the second quarter, down only 2 scores right now, which could be probably a lot more with the way North Haven was playing offensively.
So the punt will be from the 46-yard line, and that's a high punt. Eventually caught at the 6-yard line, and great special teams coverage there by North Haven, and he goes nowhere on the return.
That's just great job, staying in your lanes. A guy like Kareem Dixon, I've heard about him. My dad coached his father at West Haven back in the day, so we know Kareem Dixon. Heck of a football player. He's a speedster. Great job by the North Haven Indians right there of staying in their lanes and staying in containment for a guy that's so quick and agile, versatile and agile. Great job right there by the Indian special team. So everything is working so far from the Indians. I'm quite impressed so far with the special teams, the defensive line, and the offensive line and the running game right now. So great start for the Indians in this first quarter.
So 2.5 minutes ago in the first quarter as North Haven leads 14-0. Creed starting from the 6-yard line here. Wyatt Jackson gets the snap, hands it off to the man in motion, and he gets a few yards and gets dropped at the 12-yard line. So a gain of 6 yards there by number 21, Thelbert Moy.
It's your basic jet sweep play right there. And just nice job at North Haven staying home, not getting fooled by the motion. So it's just, like I just said, they look very impressive right now. Creed's really just trying to establish something right now. They haven't had any success with the run game, the passing game. They're trying to do anything they can to confuse this North Haven defense, and North Haven is not getting fooled right now. So great job by Coach Velarde as well.
2nd and 5. Just under 2 minutes ago, another man in motion. Ball almost on the ground there. Handoff goes to number 11, Rashad Jackson. The ball is loose and picked up, and it's on the ground again. And it goes in the end zone, recovered by Creed. So just like that, it looked like North Haven was going to get another touchdown. But instead, Creed recovers the second fumble and it should be a touchback. Now, referees are going to discuss this, though.
Yeah, this was a crazy play. Great play by the North Haven defense, causing a turnover, looking like they're about to go in. 3 scores, end of the first quarter, but a great effort right there by Creed as well. Didn't give up on the play. You got to give him credit for that. And now Creed gets the ball back. All of that to get back at the 20-yard line. How about that?
Yeah, but it is officially a touchback, so Creed gets a fresh set of downs on that, too.
Talk about a crazy play.
The original fumble recovery by number 13, Nick Dodge, who eventually fumbled it, and then it was recovered by, I believe it was number 10, Wyatt Jackson, the quarterback, sticking on that play there. So with 1:38 to go in the first quarter, North Haven still leading 14-0, and both teams now committing a turnover, technically, although it really negates each other.
Yeah, it negates each other.
So here we go, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. 3 wide receivers from the far side, 1 on the near side. Jackson has a running back to his right. Jackson hands it off to that running back, hits a lineman, and he's brought straight down. That was Rashad Jackson with a gain of 1 on the play.
And if you really saw it, the play was really stopped and stuffed by number 43, the defensive end, who made a heck of a play. Put his lineman all the way, pushed him all the way into the backfield. As you saw the running back bounce off of that great job on the defense. And that's why he got only 1 yard right there. So North Haven's defensive line so far really, really taking control in the trenches so far.
That was Vincent DePalma you were talking about there, number 43. So 2nd and 9 on the 1-yard carry from Rashad Jackson. Man in motion. Handoff to that man in motion. And this time they're stopped, but he breaks a couple tackles and gets to the 24. Ball's on the ground. There's a pileup on the ball. Let's see who's got it. North Haven's got it.
Just like that. Another turnover. Kareem Dixon, the speedster of Creed right there. Looked like he could have got through. It looked like he got somehow through that tough hole right there. It looked like North Haven shut him down, but great effort. But then North Haven, great play right there. Needs a turnover. They get the ball back. So the Indians trying to go in to extend the possible lead of maybe 3 scores by the end of the first quarter. So definitely not the start Creed wanted offensively and defensively and special teams wise.
Kareem Dixon, the man that fumbled that ball, eventually picked up by the North Haven Indians defense. 1st and 10. Just behind the 20-yard line. Direct snap to Orth. Hand off to Brockmer. Another handoff. This one's on the ground. Eventually, Brockmer diving on it. So, little miscommunication there between Devin Brockmer and Mark Montano. Luckily, Brockmer ahead of the play and getting on that ball before, again, another turnover.
Yeah, lucky right there, as we just saw the fans right there with the sign. But yes, luckily, North Haven recovers right there. Try to catch him with the double counter right there. But great heads-up play by Devin Brockmer to not lose the ball and give it back to Creed.
A loss of 4 on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 14. This should be the last play of the quarter. Orth goes between the tackles, gets around a couple tacklers, and is brought down just inside the 10-yard line. A great run there by Zach Orth, and that's going to end the first quarter with North Haven having a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line.
Yeah, Zach Orth is just having his day. Wherever it goes, he's going to go, and he's having success so far throughout this game. They have to find a solution to try to contain and minimize the rushing attack of the North Haven Indians, specifically Zach Orth, because they are having their way right now throughout the first quarter.
So after the end of 1 quarter, 12 minutes, North Haven leads 14-0. You're watching Thursday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers.
Forget Me Not, full service flower shop. And North Haven Funeral Home. We get set for the second quarter of action here. North Haven leads 14-0 over the Creed co-op team, which also features Hill Regional, Career Magnet, and Whitney, formerly known as Hyde. Michael Valente alongside Trevor Keyes. And Trevor, a very impressive first quarter on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball.
Don't
for
forget
the Indians.
special teams as well.
Special teams doing a great job as well. Really no return so far for Kareem Dixon, who is known to make noise on the return game, and North Haven doing a great job on special teams with that.
Yeah, if North Haven is winning in the trenches, they're usually winning the games and having success with this run game. And you have seen by the scoreboard that North Haven is completely dominating. It should be probably more right now, but North Haven is dominating in the trenches, both defensive and offensive lines. Huge success right now, and great job. Tony Sagnella has probably got to be pleased with the start of his team so far.
1st and 10 from the 8-yard line. Mark Montano gets the carry around, trying to get to the tackles. He actually makes something out of nothing and almost gets to the pylon. He's still pushing and is brought down at the 2-yard line. So a great run there by Mark Montano, inching closer and closer to another touchdown for the Indians.
Yeah, that's just a combination of a great effort right there, tough, hard-nosed runner of Marky Montano, and just a bad tackling right there. Creed has him in the backfield. Looks like they're not going to have another successful play on the edges. And Marky Montano, that's just pure effort right there and bad tackling on Creed's part.
2nd and goal from the 2. Direct snap to Orth. Does he get in the end zone? Yes, let's see where I don't know where did they mark it? Yes, they did. Touchdown.
Late reaction.
I'm waiting for the signal. I didn't see a signal from the officials yet. It looked like he was in, but I didn't see no reaction from the team, no reaction from the officials. So I wasn't sure if he got stuffed at the line or not.
We're all confused. I didn't know either. But yeah, Zach Orth once again 5-hole. It seems like the bread and butter of this team is 48. It's called a play called 48, but the play 45 has had the most success so far throughout this season, and it just shows Zach Orth once again piling on 21-0 the Indians as well.
So just like that, the extra point is good, and North Haven has now tripled their lead. They now lead 21-0.
The success continues so far with this run game.
You're watching Thursday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers.
Forget Me Not, full service flower shop.
And North Haven Funeral Home.
$21-0 North Haven leads Creed on a Thursday night here at Mike Vanacore Field. Michael Valente alongside Trevor Keyes. A 3-yard touchdown run by Zach Orth, his second of the night. Second in as many scoring drives for North Haven as well. So Zach Orth having himself a game. Here's the kickoff. And this one is a short one, will be returned at the 25-yard line, getting about 5 yards before he's dropped there. So again, North Haven doing a good job on special teams, limiting the return yards and keeping the field possession, or the start of field possession, in North Haven's favor.
Yeah, that's great coaching right there. Staying in your lanes. I know that with the big win last week, these coaches, they don't want these players to get all high and mighty. You got a team like Creed, the competition not as great as a Chesire or the SEC, but still, these coaches had them ready. Great job staying in your lanes and not over pursuing on the play. And you've seen that so far from the Indian special teams. They're having a complete game so far throughout this first and start of the second quarter as well.